Well, hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee. Oh my goodness, have we been busy. I hope you're all doing good. We've got several things going on. Oh my goodness. We've been in the greenhouse. The greenhouse is just absolutely packed. So it's a good thing. Let me tell you, my daughter and I were in there all day today. Transplanting her flowers and stuff, and I think we filled every nook and cranny in that greenhouse that we have room for. And I told her today, I says, oh my goodness, we almost should have built two of them the rate we're going. Anyway, so it'll be nice next week when it starts getting warmer, a little bit warmer anyway. We can put our broccoli and our lettuces and our cabbages and, the cool weather crops. We can put them outside on the little table that I've got beside the greenhouse. And that'll allow for more room inside the greenhouse for the things we still have yet to transplant. It's a good thing I ordered another case of flats and cells for it. My kitty cat's meowing. I opened up. Why is that? Every time I open up something with that can opener, she comes running hell-bent for election because she thinks it's tuna fish. It's hilarious. We got most of the wood done for our siding, so we're going to be able to start that in a couple days. We had every intentions of having the windows in. We got 2 left to put in. We had every intentions of having those put in, but our house in Coltmish, we got a beautiful offer on it, and of course we accepted it. So there was a couple things that we needed to do up there. Well, of course we didn't have to, but my husband's like, we might as well do that for him because, they're just little and it's not that costly. And then it's done, Instead of trying to negotiate back and forth how much we'll give them off for having it done, we just did it. So those, I can never say the names of the plugs by the sink. Any plug that is within 6 feet of a water source has to have a GFI, GFCI, some kind of plug. We had to put 4 of them in. So we did that. And then I had the septic pumped out. So it's all ready. So if everything goes the way it's supposed to be, we will be closing in May. Around the 22nd of May. So we're excited to get that done. Bittersweet, but you know what? It's a younger couple, and they can start a family and have a wonderful life in that beautiful little house. I've been doing all kinds of stuff outside. I'm telling you, I redid our fire pit. I do that every year. I clean it and get it all redone so it looks really nice. You'll see it because I do a lot of cooking out there. So I did that. I got that done the other day. I got all my potatoes planted. I got you see that. I did a video on that. And I'm burnt up. I think I got sun poisoning because I got the little bumps all over me. Anyway, I got all the potatoes planted. You've seen that video. And the peas. I also planted carrots and onions. I planted like 200 onion sets. I did yellow onions and red onions. So those are all in. My carrots are in. I did all rainbow carrots. I love those. So I'm excited. The greenhouse is doing absolutely better than what I expected, And my husband, he's just going hell west and crooked trying to get everything done. It's like I hate it when you have 3 projects going at once. It's just, and sometimes you can't help it. This time of year, it's like everything hits at once, and you've got to get everything done like now. We're going to build those new beds. We got all our wood for our new beds out on the other side of our greenhouse. So I may get 2 more. I've got the wood for 2 beds that are 4 foot by 16 feet long. I've got 2 going in. And they're nice wood. We get the wood from the Amish, so it's just rough cut lumber. But I might get 2 more. And those 2 beds, the wood was only about $100 for those 2 beds. So you really can't beat that. And I don't use anything treated. I know there's some people that have treated raised beds. I won't use anything treated. I don't want that. And I've said it before, and I've said it many times. I don't want that leaching into my soil. I don't care if I've got to replace them, every 4 or 5 years. I'll replace them. I don't want that. I've got a couple of metal beds that I like. Those are nice. I bought those 2 from my daughter. But anyway, I've also got radishes planted and lettuce planted and spinach planted. I'm so excited. I planted my rosemary and my sweet basil, or large leaf basil. I used the survival seeds, and I'll tell you what, I marked all the tags that were the survival seeds. I marked with an S so that we can follow them all the way through. Now the next time I go in the greenhouse, I really need to point those out. I started most of their herbs that they sent me, and they are coming up beautifully. Even the rosemary. I looked in there today and I saw the rosemary peeking up through the soil, and I got excited. It's like, wow, those seeds are fantastic so far, friends. Those seeds have a very high germination rate, and I am very pleased so far with those seeds. So I'm telling you, they're good. And if you're interested in those seeds, there is a link in my description box to those seeds. But we're going to follow those all the way through, because I want to see from planting to harvest how well they do. So that's going to be nice. Yes, I'm getting the outside area ready for my little cooking station out there. I do a lot of cooking outside. I've got my fire pit out there. Oh, excuse me. I am tired, apparently. I've got my fire pit out there. I've got my little Blackstone griddle that I use to cook on. And now, I've got the big Blackstone grill as well. And I've got a smoker. And a company, is it Vivor? No, it's not Vivor. Don't quote me. I don't remember the name, but they sent me, you'll see it because I'm going to do a review on it. They sent me a grill, friends. It is a dandy. It's all stainless. They wanted me to review, they would have liked me to review a charcoal grill for them. But I told them, I said, as much as I'd like to, I don't use charcoal. I've got my fire pit. I said, and I've got 2 Blackstone grills. One, has a grill and a griddle, and the other one is a tabletop griddle. I said, if you had something that was gas, I would love to review something, gas, but I'm not into charcoal. I'm so sorry. So I told them, I said, I just want to respectfully decline. And thank you so much for the offer, but I'm not into that. And about a week later, she said, well, would you like to review this? And she sent me a picture of this stainless gas grill, not grill. And I thought, it's a tabletop grill. I thought, absolutely. I said, that's something that I would definitely do, because I'll use that all throughout the summer to cook on. So it'll be seen many times, So we're going to do that. And as soon as I get that area out there completely straightened up, which it's going to have to be before they start siding, because we've got our family and a couple of our Amish friends coming. And I'm going to do my best to film it. And, it might be a little choppy here and there, because I will edit my Amish friends out of the picture. Unless it's their back. They don't mind if their back is, on the camera, but not their face. So it might be a little choppy here and there, but we are going to video that. It's going to be gorgeous, that wood going up. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going up wet, I want to say. It's not dry. So we're allowing, the Amish are allowing an extra amount, or an excess amount of width on the boards to allow for the shrinkage, so that it will fit perfectly when it, shrinks. It won't be too short. And then we figure, it's only going to be about 3/4 or an inch, maybe an inch thick. I'm not sure. Maybe it's 3/4. My husband knows. Anyway, we're going to, it should be dry by August on the house. So come August, we're going to stain it and seal it. We're not going to paint it. We're just going to stain it and seal it. And yes, we know. My cousin said, you're going to have to stain that house every 4 years or so. We know this, and we just fell in love with the wood. We still like it. So we'll do what we have to do to maintain it. Anyway, you will see that grill, because I have to have that all set up before they start siding the house, because I'm going to do all the cooking. I'm going to feed everybody. So I'll do a video out there, and who knows what we're going to cook up. I think I'm going to do some skewers, some with potatoes and veggies and meats. And, I got all that beautiful meat. I could do skewers with ribs or whatever. But, do several skewers and put it out there on my fire pit, and it will be wonderful. That way people can just pick and choose what they want. I've done it many times before, put whole potatoes on a skewer, and your meat on a skewer, and your veggies, mushrooms, onions, whatever. Put them all on skewers, and that way you can put them all on, on a plate, and people can pick what they want, and they don't have to eat, like my husband, mushrooms in the dish. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then make some kind of a quick macaroni or potato salad or something to go with it. But I'll feed them good. We're not going to do a whole lot of cooking this next, I want to say, at least the next week and a half. I know you guys. And you know what? We might have to do some. I have to get my breads going. I got to do my granola, because I always put together granola for my market stand. And my market stand, friends, I'm going to open that up the 1st of May. So I've got to have, breads out there. I usually start with about 8-10 loaves of bread. And I get my jams out there, and I get my spices put together for out there, because I sell a lot of bulk spices out there, and some of my freeze-dried stuff. My popcorn I got to put together, my snack mix I got to put together. And I don't know if I did videos on, I know I did videos on a lot of the bread, but I'm going to bring you along with me, and that's what we're going to be doing, and some of the videos is going to be just getting that market stand ready to go. I still have yet to order my labels, because Michigan, they've got the cottage law, and they give you a guideline of what they want on your labels when you sell stuff like that at a market stand or whatever, because you don't have to have a licensed kitchen, but you do have to label it accordingly. So I got to order them. For the meantime, I can handwrite it. That is acceptable as long as people can read it. But it will be easier just to have a label. So that's what I got to do. And I'll bring you along with me, because I bake mainly the cinnamon pull-apart bread, the Amish white bread, and the Amish wheat bread, the stone ground whole wheat bread. Those are my biggest sellers. Once my garden gets going and I start picking zucchini, then I add some zucchini breads out there. I do my brownies. Those I got to have ready. I usually make those a couple weeks in advance, because I can just package them up and put them right in the freezer. And then I can, the 1st of May, I can put them out there in the fridge and they'll be beautiful. So I got lots of eggs coming. I'm getting between 3 and 4 dozen a day. That's nice. I just gave away 15 dozen of eggs. My friend called me the other day and she said, "How many eggs do you got, Renee?" And I said, "Oh, I would have to say probably about 18, 20 dozen in my fridge, I said, "Why do you need some eggs?" She said, "Can I have 15 dozen?" I'm like, 15 dozen? 15 dozen? I said, "Absolutely." Yeah, what you going to do with 15 dozen eggs? You're going to be making a lot of egg salad. She says, "No, her kids are coming up." So she sent them back downstate with her kids. I said, "You can have all the eggs you want." So I gave her those. I'm already back up to another 15, 18 dozen in there. But I give them away up until the 1st of May. And then the 1st of May, when they go out to the market stand, then I sell them for $3 a dozen. And that way it helps me pay for the feed. It helps support the chicken feed a little bit. Still, if somebody needs eggs, I give them to them. I don't turn anybody away. Never. So I got to get that all souped up. And that's going to take, a couple weeks because I do have to keep an eye on the greenhouse. And I do have to help my husband side some of the house. We got family coming and they should get pretty much a lot of it done in a few days. But whatever's left, we're going to have to work at. And we'll get it done. I still have yet to find a, I don't know what that stuff is called. It goes over a window, privacy film, whatever it is, for our bathroom window. Because the window's right above the bathtub. And I figured I'll just do that because it'll allow the light into the bathroom, but nobody can see in. And of course, you're not going to be able to see out either. I was trying to find that film that was like mirrored that you could see out, but they can't see in. However, I did find it, but it doesn't work at night. Once you turn that light on at night, people can see in just like, you don't have any curtains up. So that's not going to work. So I'm going to just go ahead with the frosted look on it. And that way I'll have light, but you can't see in or out. So that works. I do want to make, my daughter asked me the other day when I'm going to make beef broth with the beef bones. I'm going to make it, but I'm going to probably make, I got a 24 quart stock pot. Nice big daddy stock pot. I wanted a 30 quart, but I couldn't find one. So I got a 24 quart. And I'm going to make that loaded full of stock. When I do the stock, I'm going to do it all up in a nice big bunch and at one time so that it's on the shelf and I don't have to worry about it for a while. Because she would like a little bit more. And then I'm going to have to do some more chicken stock. And I think that I'll probably do the same with that. Make 24 quart pot of chicken stock too. So anyway, we've been having fun. We had 3 baby bunnies. I showed you the bunnies. My daughter took hers home. We've given them all away. We got one. Actually, they're all 3 of them are given away. My daughter took one. She took one home tonight with her. And little Cece got a hold of that bunny, and she just wouldn't let it go. She was just kissing on it and petting its little ears. She fell in love with that thing, little fat little bunny. So they took theirs home. Another couple's coming to get the little black bunny that we got, and then the other one is going to another friend of mine. So they're all gone. She had 3 of them, and they're going to be gone. We got 2 left, but they're all spoken for. So we have, oh gosh, I think when my daughter was in the greenhouse doing the video in the greenhouse, I was moving all the manure from the chicken coop area out to the other side of the property. so that I can go ahead and just let that brew with the leaves and the scraps and all that. Just let that brew up into some beautiful black gold compost. And then I'll use that next year. I've got some older stuff set aside to put in the new beds, along with the big fresh pile of leaves. When my husband blew leaves, he left some set aside in a big old pile for our beds, because I do it like a lasagna style. When I put my beds together, I put cardboard on the very bottom, and then I put, sticks and twigs and leaves, and then a layer of compost, and I just keep layering it like lasagna, and with some topsoil. And then finally at the top, I've got some beautiful topsoil to put in there. And I always have wonderful luck with it that way. So that's what I do. And I'm going to get a lot of my compost, because my compost isn't ready. It is, and man, that stuff was hot, friends. I'm surprised it didn't ignite. I haven't seen that in a long time. I was digging down into that compost pile, the fresh that I just cleaned out not even a month ago. I cleaned out of the coop, and I just threw it in a big old pile. Well, I started putting that in wheelbarrow loads, and I got down into the middle, and it was all ashes. And I'm like, it's smoking. This compost is burning from the inside out. Well, we all know methane will ignite. That's, spontaneous combustion. So I took it out of there, and, I just kind of, I mixed it all around, but, I thought, oh my gosh, that could have burnt down a chicken coop. That could have ignited. So that's all taken care of. It's way out there out back, and it's not piled in a great big heap. It's kind of spread out, so that won't happen. So now it can compost the way it should. For that to have ashes on the inside of that pile was smoldering, friends. I don't know if any of you ever seen that, but that was a first for me in a long time. My phones are ringing. Okay, that was my daughter. She said that little Miss Cece held that bunny all the way home, all the way through the family farm and home store, because they got her a cage and they got everything they needed for the bunny. And she held her at home in the backyard all around until they got the cage all ready for the bunny. She wouldn't let nobody go, or she wouldn't let that bunny go. She is so doggone cute. She's a sweetie. Anyway, get back to where we were. Yeah, not too many food videos yet, except for my market stand stuff. And then after we're done, after the market stand gets open, after we get done with the siding, and we're ready to start getting, well, we'll have a couple weeks of May, because we don't plant our gardens until Memorial Day. That weekend is when we do all our planting, because our last frost date is like the first week in June, it could be. So sometimes you still, even when you plant, you have to wind up covering stuff up. So we'll have a couple weeks, and during that couple weeks, I like to take some of my tax return. Each time each year I do my taxes, I like to take a little bit of my tax return, a little bit of that money, which I don't always get a whole lot, but in fact, last year I had to pay in. But when I do get some back, I like to take it and I use it for, my stockpile to stock my root cellar, get some of my pantry items. So we're gonna do that in May. We're gonna go and we're going to go pantry shopping, you know, and I'll show you. I'll take you right along with me and show you how to start a pantry basically on a budget, you know, and get all the stuff that, you know, we need for stocking the root cellar. And I've got to get more pastas and stuff. I'm getting low on a lot of that stuff down there. So I got to soup that up a little bit. And we'll do that in a video. I might go to Pineview. It might be between Pineview and I don't know if I'd go to Sam's or Costco. If I go to Costco, I'd have to go with my one friend because I don't have a membership to Costco. I got one to Sam's, but not Costco. And but I like to go to Pineview because I can get a lot of my bulk stuff there too. So we might do that. We got to do this on a budget, you know. Gotta do the best we can. We have to get the biggest bang for our buck. And that'll work nice. But when it starts getting dark, it gets dark fast. It's 9 o'clock, and that always looks like it's bright daylight outside that thing. But I always take this one down when I do my videos, so I have more lighting. But I could have just left it up because it's dark. I got that light. It works pretty good. So anyway, yes, we have been busy. I'm not going to be able to cook in the kitchen at least for the next few days because, no, it might take more than that because once my husband gets that window in, I'm going to have to go through and give everything a good scrubbing. You know, for the dust from outside and the dust from the window. And then we can start cooking because all that beef I got, I want to put together. Again, it'll be after I get the market stand up. I want to get back into doing some freezer cooking. You know, get those freezer meals built up. I also want to show you my freezers, how I have those organized. I'm going to have to do a little more organizing in them, and I want to show you that. I also want to show you the root cellar, but you will see that when we do our pantry stock haul. So you'll see the root cellar then. So there's a lot of things I want to show you, a lot of things I want to share, but this next week and a half is going to be really, really hard for me because we're going to be so busy. We were out there in the greenhouse all day today. We got everything done that we need to get done for about the next week. Now, next week, we'll have to go out and transplant the tomatoes and some of the peppers. And, you know, no, I don't have any peppers. Peppers are already... I put my peppers in inserts already, but the tomatoes, I just planted in my square pot. So the tomatoes we have to transplant. And our parsley and our basil and, you know, stuff like that I got to get transplanted. But that can go another week because they're very small yet. So I just am unwinding. I was wound so tight. Oh, got a lot of stuff done. I'm excited to see how the potatoes grow and the bed that I did it on video with the 1010 and the bone meal in there. Or, yeah, 1010 and bone meal. I'm excited to see how that does. Because the only anemones I put in there was 1010 and bone meal. I didn't put anything else in there. I don't want to put blood meal in there. They don't want too much nitrogen. Otherwise, you're going to get big old plants and, you know, not many tubers. Well, I want big tubers. So I hope that a lot of you have enjoyed watching in the greenhouse, and I hope some that I've explained enough to you of planting, and you'll see some more transplanting. When I do the video, it's kind of hard in there because it's hard to set the camera up in there. I put it up above by the door, but then it doesn't show, you know, transplanting is easy. But I can always put it closer. Not a problem. I can put it closer. You just won't see us transplanting, but you'll see what we're doing. And that really is what's important. You know, I can talk and walk you through it, but transplanting them, it's nice. I like growing my stuff, like the flowers and the smaller seeds. I just sprinkle them on I use oil pans. It's hilarious. My husband will drill holes in the bottom. They've never had oil in them. They're just brand new from usually Dollar Tree or the hardware. I'll get them for a couple bucks a piece. And I use them over and over, year after year after year. So I just sprinkle the small seeds in there and just cover them up lightly. And as they come up, you know, and they get yay tall, a couple inches tall, then I transplant them into my inserts in my trays. And I'm going to have so much this year. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how much cabbage I planted. And I thought I planted a lot of celery. And I only planted 1 container of celery. So I most likely am going to have to buy some celery this year, because I don't think I'm going to have enough. And I don't know what I was thinking. But that happens. My Amish lady that I know has a big, huge greenhouse. And she has everything imaginable in there that she sells. And my daughter went over there today. My daughter went over there today. I'm just a youngin'. To get her flowers, some of her flowers and stuff that we don't grow, like her spikes and her vinca vine. And what else did she get? Oh, begonias and impatiens. And she's got some of that stuff stored out in the greenhouse. And she made some hanging baskets out there that are hanging from the greenhouse too. And when we were over there, I saw she had the Utah celery. And I love the Utah celery. So I'll probably, next time I go over there, I'll probably buy a couple of flats from her of the celery, because I sell a lot of it and I use a lot of it. I freeze dry a lot of it. So I got to have a lot of celery. And I got a nice big bed all picked up for my celery all by itself. So I just got to sit down eventually and figure out, you know, if I do want 2 more beds, which I might, because my garden space was 20 by 25, and 2 4 by 16 foot beds is not gonna cut it, because I had a lot of stuff in there. Now I'm still gonna grow my sunflowers where the garden was, the in-ground garden where I had the sunflowers in that row. I'm still gonna grow sunflowers in that section. I'm just gonna till up that little area, and I'm going to go ahead and plant sunflowers there. But I figure if I get 2 more of the raised beds, then I'll be close to where I was with the other garden. So I'll be able to put a lot of stuff in there. So I'm excited. Anyway, you know, it's like chickens. Every year I get, you know, a few more chickens. Well, every year I get another bed or 2. So, oh well. I told my daughter today, and I just said this a little bit ago, we almost could have used another greenhouse. Maybe next year. Anyway. My pantry's getting bare, friends. After the winter, we've used a lot of stuff. I canned my other black beans, but I'm almost out of all my other beans because I've used them. I've used a lot of vegetables out of here, a lot of fruits out of here. I've given a lot of stuff away. I've given stuff to my daughter. I've used a lot of the pastas, and it's definitely a working pantry. So I'm going to have to work at filling it all up again for next year. And that's fun. I love doing that. Anyway, I don't want to be on here too long because, friends, quite frankly, I am literally exhausted. I'm over here yawning and rubbing my eyes, and I just need, it's dark out now. I really just need to go to bed. I'll probably be out. Somebody asked me how I sleep because they said, oh, you just do so much. Do you sleep good at night? I sleep like somebody hit me in the head with a sledgehammer. As soon as I lay my head on that pillow, I'm gone till morning. I don't think I wake up at all. And yeah, so I sleep good. I sleep hard and I wake up rested. But I just wanted to come real quick and tell you how things are going and how busy we've been and what we're getting done, what all's going on. The house, we had to go up there and we changed the, what are they? Outlets. Yeah. A few of the outlets that were close to the water, the sink, and we've had the septic pumped. Everything's good to go up there. I'm excited that it's sold. I mean, the only reason why it wouldn't sell is if it fell through for the buyer. But it sounds pretty promising, so it's a good thing. There was something else that I was going to say, and I don't remember what it was. Thank you, friends, again for thank you, friends, again for all the lovely cards and the gifts that you all send me into my P.O. box. I love it. The seeds. I did a comment the other day about where the seeds are. I have no idea where our seed box is. I know I kind of gave it a route, just suggested, you don't have to follow that route or anything, but I kind of, put the names of people on that list that were the closest to each other so that they wouldn't have, so much postage going clear across the U.S. and then have to send it back. But I'd really like to know if anybody knows where it is. Put in the comments. One gal said that she sent me a screenshot of where it was on its way to, but sweetheart, I didn't get unless if you sent it to me in an email, I didn't get it, but neither did I check my spam folder. It might be in my spam folder too. I need to check that. Anyway, otherwise I didn't get it. So if anybody knows, or if you have the box and you're watching, let us know where it is. Because once it comes back to me, I'm going to ship it out again because I got a bunch more names and addresses. And I'm going to ship it out. I'm going to take a couple of goodies out of it, add some more to it, and I'm going to ship it out for round 2. That'll be fun. Keep that thing going. So anyway, I'm going to go. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my night. And then I'm going to bed. Because tomorrow's a busy day. We're going to be doing the window tomorrow. So you won't see us tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow evening we'll have time to do the granola. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But anyway, you all have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that I didn't talk your ear off, and I hope that you got an understanding of what all's going on at this homestead. And I will see you in the next video. And thanks for watching.